Okay, so starting from where we left off, I'm just changing the volume to go up in between my two segments, so between my intro and my outro. I'm wanting the music to go up and then to go back down again. I can see a problem here with the volume. I'm just going to, minimize that, and we'll come back at the end and I'll see if I might actually add another sound clip in at the end. So here we go. So select, back up here. I might just press back from 15 seconds. And looking forward to seeing what you will come up with. Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome for all of the knowledge that I have shared with you this day. I'm really looking forward to seeing your podcast come to life, and yeah, well done. Congratulations. Okay, I can hear that my voice is getting drowned out by the background music. So I'm just going to go back to this clip here. I'm just going to press stop, back to the envelope, and I'm just going to really minimize this. Now, if you want to change the music, what I might do is go back to select. At this point here, instead of changing the volume, which would be fine to have the same song all the way through, what I might do instead is at this point here, I might cut or split that. Ooh, no, that's not what I want to do. So just here, I'm going to want to edit, and we want to split. So okay, so if I want to change my music completely, I have the select tool picked. I've selected this line here. I'm going to change my music. So I'm going to go into edit, clip boundaries, and I'm going to press split. At that point now, it splits that file into two sections. I want to get rid of this section of the file so that I can start a new song. So I just press delete. What I can do now is I'm done with that track, so I can minimize that. What I want to do at that point though is I want to add in a new song. So I'm going to go File, Import, Audio, back into my podcast, Music, and I'm going to try this one. Let's listen. I don't like that at all. So if you don't like it, delete, file, select file, import, audio, or cancel, sorry. Import, audio. Let's try this one. And press play. Okay, interesting. Let's try it and rename it, and we're going to call this one the Out Music. Or Music Out. Music Out. Okay, and I want to change this here to mono, and I'm just going to get rid of, cancel. I'm going to get rid of this second one. Okay, so again, I've got my intro music, my intro clip. We've got a little break here, so I'm going to need to zoom into my project. So I need it to start from there. Click onto this one, drag the clip selector right over to there, and we'll just listen to that part. Using Audacity, and looking forward to seeing what you will come up with. Yeah, so you have to be pretty much a skilled DJ to make that work. I'm just gonna use it because to show you how to add different music, but hopefully you've got a better taste in music than I have at the moment. And we need to go to envelope, and we're going to click our 2 points where we want this to fade back out, so that when my outro, which is here, this is my outro line, starts, which is about here, I need this music to be right back down so that I can hear the voice talking. And we want to make that fade a little bit more, there we go, longer. And so we're just going to go back to 15, listen. And looking forward to seeing what you will come up with. I'm going to press stop, and I'm going to actually fade into this extremely abrupt music. So we're going to fade in. So we're going to do something that looks like that. Try that. 15. And looking forward to seeing what you will come up with. Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome for all of the knowledge that I have shared with you this day. Yeah, so as you can hear, my voice really isn't loud enough in that outro, so I need to be really careful about the music I put in, and I'm actually going to have to minimize this right down so that it doesn't get lost, so that I can hear the voice. Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome for all of the knowledge that I have shared with you this day. I'm really looking forward to seeing your podcast come to life, and yeah, well done, congratulations, you have made it. And then at that point again, I want my music here to go back up, so I'm going to put a little fade in point, and we're going to go back up, and we're going to then we'll cut it at about that point there. So then I need to go to select, click about there. I'll just listen to it so I know where I'm cutting. Congratulations, you have made it. Yeah, so I think we'll stop it about there. And we will go to select, edit, clip boundaries, and split. And then from that point on, highlight, double click, delete. Then I have got my mixed podcast of sorts. So then what you need to do is you need to go back to the 0, zoom out so you can see the full spectrum, and we'll just listen to it through quickly one more time. Hi everyone, this is Miss Allen, your TAS teacher. We're going to sit down together and we are going to figure out how to make this podcast together using Audacity, and looking forward to seeing what you will come up with. Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome for all of the knowledge that I have shared with you this day. I'm really looking forward to seeing your podcast come to life, and yeah, well done, congratulations, you have made it. Alright, could be improved, but not bad. So at that point I just need to go into this, select, and we need to make sure that we repeat the compressor. Okay, then you'll see a waveform happen, and that's just compress or condense the file. There are a few other things you can do. So if you wanted to make a certain clip sound a bit different, you could go back to effects and you can change things like pitch and speed and tempo, and they're the things that will make your voice sound a little bit different. So I'll change the pitch here. You can preview what you change, so I might just go, yeah, we'll try that. I can't understand that, so we need to make, if you're going to change your pitch, you need to make sure that I can understand what you're still saying. So
alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome.
Alright, so that's quite low, so then if you wanted to make it higher, about that. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So we are not change the pitch by changing the key. So my key here is A sharp. Try that.
Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome.
Alright, so if I want to sound like a chipmunk, as long as I can understand you, that's fine because of privacy and all that kind of thing that some of you were concerned about. So just press OK and just go back to listen.
Alright, so that's been my super educational podcast. You're so welcome for all of the knowledge that I have shared with you this day. I'm really looking forward to seeing your podcast come to life. And yeah, well done. Congratulations, you have made it.
Alright, and so I don't blow everyone's ears out of their earphones, I'm just going to lower that volume a little bit at the end there. Fade out. Fade out. Fade out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so that is how you make your podcast. Just always go back and check what you've done. And that'll do for today, but you get the idea. You will have heaps more clips, so done with the intro, done with the outro. You'll have heaps more clips to do, depending on how many people are in your group, but then all you need to do is file, and you just need to export the audio. We're going to save it as Alan, all of your last names, podcast, and I'm going to make that my final podcast. You might want to make a folder that's for that as well, so write final podcast, okay, with the name. Save it as a WAV file first. Yeah, press OK. At this point you can put in that data, because that's what will come up when we upload it to a library like iTunes. So you can go through and change all of that. And then I'm just going to go back again and export it again. And I'd like you to try and export it as an MP3, but I'm not sure. So we'll just keep it at standard and try that. And again. Okay, mine worked, so hopefully the ones at the school work as an MP3 as well. Make sure you change the name, and then the project, I'm just going to save the actual project. So back in my podcast folder, Audacity projects, and so if I ever wanted to go back and edit this episode, or if you haven't finished or whatever, you write Alan, all of your names, podcast project, and save that in your projects file. So when you go back into here, open this up, if you're still working on it, that's what you'll open up, and you can edit that from that point on and add people's segments in there. And then once you've done that, obviously you just need to, if you make any changes, you just need to always press save, okay, before you close it, and then you just keep going, working on that file until you're happy and until you've mixed it perfectly with the perfect soundtrack, and you've gone back and you looked at your marking criteria and you're making sure that you're hitting all of those points, and then you'll put it into that folder. And that's my MP3. So I need to rename that Alan Podcast MP3 file, and that's my WAV file. So try and do it as the MP3. If you can't, I will do that one converting when we upload to the internet. Alright, good one. I will catch us all in class. See ya.